Hello. Hello to so many people. Hello to so many new people. We are cross streaming. We are going there's so many airwaves happening.
Hey, it's time for a
in
drink.
every direction, and I'm on all of them. I made the airwaves. I am the air. Hey everyone, how's it going? I am cross streaming to Twitch and YouTube and Owncast right now. So hello to everybody across all of them. I'll touch on all of that in a moment. There's something very important that needs to happen. If you are new here, every time that we start a stream, it is mandated by law that we give the dog a treat. So let's go ahead and do that. Come here. I want a treat. Hello. Hello. The dog has received a treat. We may now proceed with the stream. How is it going, everyone? My name is Endeavorance. It is Wednesday. September. Is it September 31st? No, it's October 1st. I was wrong. I got the month wrong. I got the day wrong. It happens. It's just what happens. How's it going? There's no government. We didn't do that overnight. There was a government.
Hello.
And now there's not at all. So let's talk about all of that. Let me get the camera centered on the dog. There's a lot. I have a lot to talk about with regards to like everything. So let's like get at that and let's say hi to people. We'll move on, but let's fix the dog cam. Hello. It doesn't matter. He's gonna be licking. He's just a licking boy. All right. Dopamine cam. Exactly. So like we have two camera feeds on this here stream. We've got me bringing you down, and then we got Flynn bringing you right back up. So that's sort of the dynamic. I seem a little red, which is confusing. So okay, God, there's so much I need to talk about. So I recently just like completely overhauled my stream setup. For those who are new, hello, welcome. This stream makes sense eventually. I just kind of have to get into the groove, but this whole setup is a completely custom setup. I'm a software developer. I have been for a long time. It's a thing that I very, very much enjoy, and so I've been building this stream setup. This is a custom app made from scratch. I'm confused by the red because I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and I'm not red, but I'm plugging my camera into a different USB port, and apparently that USB port makes my face red. So enjoy that today. Let's see who's here. Let's say hi to people. Hello to there's a whole bunch of new folks over on Twitch, and also I'm going to say hi to the folks on YouTube as well. I am learning right now how to manage 3 different chats and 3 different streams for the first time in real time. So we're all gonna grow together a little bit. Welcome in to Sever Reality. Welcome Killer Queen 123. Welcome in Cozy Goth GF. Welcome in Poor Boy Soul. Welcome in Scree. And hello to everyone else who's hanging out, who's been here. Let me see if I can see who is here. Lots of people. Oh my God.
Hey,
Cartoon Mortal,
wait,
Emerald Dog Names, Jack-o'-lantern. Hello. Also, I saw you pop over on the Owncast. Thank you for that. Epic Failure, Dusty, Halfwit Heifer. There's a lot of people. Page with a Duck. Lord Rose, Sleep with Seraphina. Over on YouTube, I'm seeing Diego.
Going up.
Big Brain Dev, what's up? I'm seeing Burnt Out Bunny, same, huge same. Umbral Rabbit, Bun Bun, lots of... What the hell? We've got Umbral Rabbit, Burnt Out Bunny, and Bun Bun over on YouTube, like back to back. Are y'all forming a coalition to work against me? There's so many bunnies. Let me fix the dog cam once more. Hold on. Oh, hey, we have the YouTube full running? Yes. So I am, as of today, trying out cross-streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and Owncast. So you can watch me on Twitch, or you can find my YouTube channel, or you can go to live.endeavorance.tv. I exist in multitudes. For those who are new, that bed was actually a stream like reward from like years ago. So the stream community actually raised the money to get this dog a monogrammed bed that has freaking walls. Its memory foam is truly wackadoo. So there's that. Bunny clans have taken over everything. They really have. And my foot pedal's not working. I'm gonna sit. I know it's early on in the stream, but I'm gonna sit. Please keep your hands, feet, ears, eyes, head, shoulders, knees, toes, ankles, pinky fingers, and goodwill inside the vehicle at all times as we ride the roller coaster. Going up. Coco Village. Gotta fix my cardigan. All right, where are we at? That dog be extra comfy? He is about as extra comfy as one can possibly be. I don't know a dog that has been more consistently cozy than this one, probably ever. He has so many locations that are dedicated to him. I want you to know this animal has a dedicated bed at night. I don't mean like a bed like that. I mean a bed like a human would sleep on. But I have like a spare, it's a futon, but it's a spare futon in a room. And he has claimed it as just the place he sleeps at night. And because I can't help myself, when I noticed that he was a little hot, I set up a box fan pointing at the futon that he sleeps on, and I turn that on every night before bed for him. And I do that because when I wake up at 3 a.m. every fucking night to pee, because I'm 900 years old now, I go downstairs, I find the dog on the bed, and he's laying right in the path of the fan. So I gotta do that for him. I have to. If I don't, amazing. That's basically animal abuse. Imagine if he didn't have a dedicated fan on his dedicated bed with his dedicated pillows and his dedicated blankets. Let's see. Let's fix a few things here. Okay. Happy 900th birthday, says Sean Berg. Thank you. I am 500,000 years old, actually. So look at him. He's a good boy. Can we fix this redness? I'm so mad right now. Can I at least add like a filter? Let's see. Filter. Color correction. Gamma. Did I fix it? Is this better? All right, now it didn't seem better. How about hue shift? There we go. That'll fix it. That solves the problem. Now I'm not red. Are you sure I reset the default? Yeah. Hue shift. No. Oh, that's just jaundiced hue. Oh no. Oh dear. Wait a minute. Let's be precise about this. We're gonna call that good? Maybe like there. Call that good. Perfect. Why here, Urple? I'm Urple because the magic of video editing and video filtering software. Let's see. Here's the problem. Here's the problem that I wanted to that I need to address. I have a bad habit of not keeping up with chat when I had one chat. Now I've got 3 of them. So I'm gonna do everything I can to keep up with them, but apologies if I just completely missed stuff. I knew the room was backwards, but actually seeing it is still trippy, says Moose over on YouTube. Yeah, so the room is mirrored. For those who didn't know, the room is flipped. In every episode of Stuff Keeps Happening that I've ever done, I mirror the room. And that is because when I first started doing it, I was just recording using just the like standard selfie or whatever cam on TikTok, and that mirrors. And one day I got a better camera and used an actual camera, and I tried to unmirror, and the internet revolted at me. And so to preserve my fleshy body and to prevent a crowd of folks with pitchforks from going after me, I decided to stick with it and mirror the room every single time. So every time that I record an episode of Stuff Keeps Happening, or really any video that I've posted on like YouTube, is mirrored. And that makes for some fun shit. You can't quite see it, it's just out of view right now, but up there is a sign that is a wood burnt sign made by a viewer that is wood burnt mirrored so that it reads properly in the background when it's mirrored. So that's a thing. I also once, for April Fools, got a shirt that had the word hello written on it in both in one direction, and then I got a separate shirt with it mirrored, and I was swapping between mirroring and unmirroring the room and changing the shirt that I was wearing, so nobody ever knew what reality was, so that they could feel what it's like to be me, because I don't know what reality is. Could we just Hulk you out? You could Hulk me out if you wanted to. The problem is that you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. You actually wouldn't. I don't think you would. I'm not a good angry. I've got a bad angry, but it's not like it's like a self spiral kind of angry, not like a take it out on others. I'm not a wall puncher. I'm not a drywall hater, like some dudes are. This is so bizarre. This like coloration or discoloration. I'm only thrown by this because it's the first time I didn't do any testing of my camera with this changed setup whatsoever. Oh, we're purple again. Hello. Now we're jaundiced. I'll have to figure it out. Is it different than your political anger? When I get mad about politics, I just ramble. I don't get like mad. Here's the thing about okay, now you're gonna get me off on a tangent. God, you already got me going. Here we go. All right. When I get mad about politics, I get mad in the sense that I'm disappointed, right? Like it's like I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. But like I've spent a long time coming to terms with the fact that I can't control reality. And I've spent a long time coming to terms with the fact that I am going to see a lot of things that are meant to make me angry, that are intended to raise my blood pressure and to essentially put me into a position where I can't do anything. It wants to make me frozen. Instead, what I tried to do is acknowledge that, like, yeah, things were bad, or things are bad, and they've been bad. The level of bad in my mind is trending as expected. And so I can kind of convince myself to not let every new little thing tear me apart, because I did that for a long time. I just got sucked into, you know, whenever there was a new headline or a new, just like any statement, anything that came out of the absurdity of the administration. This mostly was back during the first Trump administration. It would just send me into a loop. It would send me spiraling. And I basically just like was in a never ending infinite loop of getting upset. And so I read more news and then I got more upset. And so part of like why I do what I do is to help make sure that other people don't fall into that loop, because it's not healthy. Like super, super, super not healthy. There's a reason that I don't post breaking news constantly every single day. And there's a reason that I don't like angle shit like you better follow me if you want to make sure that you know what's going on, because it's not about that. Like it's not about sticking to every single word that I've ever said and knowing every single thing that's happening everywhere all the time. Like that's just not how humans were built to work. So like I'm not gonna push that on you, because by doing that I would feel as though I am doing a disservice to people, right? Like I don't want to add to your stress. There's enough of that right now. So that's sort of my ethos about it. What was I talking about? Demi Puff says you aren't changing colors here over on YouTube. Interesting. Maybe it's just like my preview. Maybe it's just like my monitor being weird. Hello. Jack Dax Sage, thank you for following over on Owncast. And got more delay. Okay, interesting. Web app won't load and VLC is suffering. Definitely got buffering issues. Good to know. Thank you. So I haven't, so I'm, like I said, cross-streaming across 3 platforms right now. Twitch and YouTube are the big 2, but I also set up a self-hosted website at live.endeavorance.tv, which I'm being told is struggling a little bit. I set this up last night as a, I want to try this out. It's really cool. It's open source self-hosted software that's essentially like Twitch. Let me actually just go ahead and pull it up so you can see what it looks like, even if it's not working, or at least not working well. So like, yeah, here is live.endeavorance.tv. It is, look, it's me. It's me. Yeah, obviously I need to put some effort into like tweaking the quality settings and all of that, but it's basically its own like Twitch-like app. It even has its own chat and everything. So like, that's kind of cool. Something I'm excited to be able to like offer for folks who don't want to have to use Twitch or YouTube or whatever else. Yeah. Moose dimension? Wait, why are we in the moose dimension? Wait, when did we get to the moose dimension? I didn't pack anything. Do I need, what's the weather in the moose dimension? Do I need to get like a raincoat? Do I need to get a raincoat? We love a scuffed self-hosted stream. That's dope as fuck. At least if I'm scuffing a self-hosted stream, I'm self-hosting the scuff. That's good. That's good. That's good. I genuinely don't know how you have the energy for all these projects, even with ADHD, says London Faye. It's because guilt. It's the guilt. It's guilt. It's all guilt. I've made a bunch of promises to do things, and every day that I don't make good on those promises, I feel as though I have failed all of you. And so I force myself to burn out by doing everything. That sounded like I'm blaming all of you for making me burnt out. That's not at all what the case is. The case is I can't control myself, and I want to do 10,000 things, and I've only got one me, which is bullshit. That makes an alarming amount of sense. Yeah, so I suffer incredibly from guilt. Like, it all comes from every direction, right? I've got the I grew up from a Jewish family, so I've got the Jewish guilt. I've got the white guilt. I've got the male guilt. I've got the just like generally being an empathetic person in 2025 guilt. I was a software developer for a while, so like I for a while had a decent like stable income, which made me feel guilty because that's a thing that a lot of people are struggling to be able to find. I ended up leaving that job to do this because that job made me want to put a bullet in my head, but still, yeah, just kind of guilt, just sort of like all the way around. It's a thing. I'm working on it, and it's like natural to some degree, but it's not worth like letting guilt run your entire life. It's not a great way. It's not a good primary emotion or primary like psyche thing to drive all of your decision making. So trying to not do too much of that. You already have all the internet points? Wait, all of them? Can I have another internet point, or is that just being greedy? You can have as many internet points as you want. I have an infinite amount to dole out, so I'm just happy to give him out. Chef de Cuisinart says, have you considered adding Catholic guilt? So my mom is Jewish and my dad is Catholic. You do the math. Like, you do the math. It's just, I was doomed from the start vis-a-vis guilt. It was always gonna be like that. Glad you're working on that mental space, homie. Guilt and bad vibes weigh you down. Send them to Trump instead. Thank you, Dog Fabricator. I also fabricate dogs, such as this one. Hey, it's time for a drink. Chef de Cuisinart says, bro has a full infinity guilt lit. Oh my god. That's really fucking good. That is so good. Oh my god. Flynn just be passed out. Oh yeah, he's so passed out. He is just hello. Let's go see. Let's go see. If only we could all be dog. If only. Is that a fake dog? Yeah. Yeah, he's not real. Love for dog warms the soul. Love for dog warms my soul too. I need this animal. I put way too many emotional investments in this here dog. Let me tell you. Dude, you're giving me fan art ideas right now? Oh my god. A fan art of me wearing a infinity guiltlet? That sounds really, really, really great. I saw somebody ask earlier over on YouTube, and this was a while back, if I had a P.O. box. The answer is yes. The other answer is I don't remember what it is, and I need to find it and post it somewhere. See, that's on me. See, that's on me. I have it. Yep. I'm literally paying for it. I would love to give you that information. I do not have it on me right now. I can go find it. Let's read chat. You're cooked? I really am. I really am. It's oof. So, the world's kind of on fire, right? There's not really a government right now. I mean, there is. So the U.S. government shut down, which, like, we knew this was going to happen. It happens. It's probably going to be a long time that we're down. I don't want to say with 100% certainty, because I don't like to just like tell people exactly what to expect, because we don't know what to expect basically ever. But it's looking like this is going to be a bit of a long shutdown, because essentially what's happening is the U.S. government needs to be able to pass a budget, and to do that, they have to pass a bill, and to do that, they need 60 votes in the Senate, because the Senate has a sort of like abstract concept that it needs 60 votes to pass a bill, unless whoever is currently in power is willing to potentially fuck themselves over by way of getting rid of the filibuster. So it's probably not going to happen. The Senate needed to pass a budget, basically, to keep the government open, and that just didn't happen. And so essentially what has happened is we've passed the date of like how long we're allowed to use money for our country, and oops, so we need to make a new budget. It's not happening because the Republicans own all three branches of government. They've got the judiciary by the short ones, they've got a majority in the House and Senate, and they've got a sundowning maniac in the White House. And so where they're at right now is Republicans want to pass a spending bill to keep the government open. Democrats are saying, well, you need our votes, so we demand concessions. Anyone in a normal country, like if you live in a parliamentary country and you've got like more than two parties, is probably just baffled at this concept right now. Because in a normal government, if a party is unable to secure enough votes to have a majority and do stuff, they form a coalition with another party and give that party concessions so that the coalition can succeed on shared goals. In free country USA, we have two parties, and when one party is in power to the degree the Republicans are currently in power, they steamroll, and when they can't steamroll, they bitch about the party that's not letting them steamroll. So this is a rare situation where Democrats have any sort of leverage, but they're supposed to always have it because the concept is that there's good faith discussion between the parties and they come up with like bipartisan whatever. But essentially the Republicans are saying, we demand that Democrats vote for our bill, like with no concessions whatsoever. And if they don't, it's their fault, which is like a very abusery thing to do. But it's also not unusual. So when a party in the US has like a trifecta, they try to make it seem like they have unilateral control over everything. Like they really want to be able to just do whatever. Unfortunately, the Democrats' concept of that is try to pass maybe something of a shitty, watered down version of something that maybe we promised in the campaign trail. The Republican version of that is let's establish concentration camps and fund a private army to go after people that we've deemed illegal. So, oh, I forgot to turn my music down. My bad. I've probably been like inaudible. Oops. Whoops. Sorry about that. Yeah, so they are essentially saying the Democrats need to vote for this bill, and if they don't, we're going to blame them for the shutdown, when in reality, they are the ones in complete control of the government, and if they want votes from Democrats, what they should do is be like, okay, we'll do some provisions for you. Imagine that. So in most countries where this could be a problem, if this were to happen, it triggers like an emergency clause that essentially dissolves the government. Like if the government is not able to keep itself open, it shouldn't be able to continue to function. Like we should get new people in there. But that's not how it works. That's not how the US works, and so here we are. So what does it actually mean for us is we've passed that line. We are now, the government is shutting down, / is shut down as of today. Not every single service will stop. A lot of things that are deemed essential will keep going. Stuff like collecting your taxes, but other things are not gonna be in effect. It's gonna be reduced service, delayed pay, and in some cases just inaccessibility for like services that are not deemed essential. This is expensive. Counterintuitively, shutting down the government is expensive. It creates more problems that need to be cleaned up after the fact that cost more money. It's like ignoring chores and they get worse, and now you got to go deal with the worst version of the chore, right? Like you haven't cleaned the bathroom and it's getting nastier and nastier, and now you got to go clean it, and it's way nastier than if you just cleaned it before. But a budget for the livelihood of 350 million people. Yeah, very similar, you know? What we need is for Donald Trump to clean our bathroom. That's what I'm getting at here. That is the point that I'm trying to get to. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Let's catch up on some chat. Let's see what did I miss? What did I miss? They're going to owe so much back pay, says Rebs. Yeah, they're going to owe a lot of back pay. Like that's just going to be a lot. I had a realization this morning. So this is the first shutdown in 7 years. I know it seems like we've shut down a lot, right? But we haven't. We've gotten close to a shutdown a lot recently. We haven't actually shut down recently. That means there are possibly people who voted for Donald Trump for this past election who were 11 the last time the government shut down under the first Trump administration. If that's you, one, I'm sorry that the world failed you and led you to a point where you thought that voting for Donald Trump would be helpful for your future. Two, that's fucking weird, bro. Be older. What? Like, how were you 11 and then now you're voting? What? Time's stupid. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. 2 shutdowns in 7 years. Hashtag thanks, Biden. Yeah, we've had 5 shutdowns in the past decade, I think. Trump's last shutdown was a record for how long it remained shut down. Yeah, so Trump's last shutdown was Trump had, I think, 2 shutdowns during his first term. One was really brief, and then another one was the longest ever. He now also has the most shutdowns of any president. But, like, it's pretty much the only thing the Democrats have right now, is to try to prevent them from continuing to have this government that's doing all these awful things. At the end of the day, like, we've been watching as this administration has just done crimes over and over and over again. So, like, if the only option that we have to prevent them from doing crimes at the same rate is to shut the government down, great. Is it happening? Yeah, the government is currently shut down. If you are in the US, the government is your government is shut down. It happened. Let's go for a new record shutdown. Let's shut down for 4 years. That'd be interesting. That'd be really bad, actually. A lot of people would die, but still. I mean, a lot of people are dying right now anyway. Breaking records today, says Sandberger over on YouTube. Yeah, we're all about breaking records over here. We've got, the most the most unqualified agents being paid to tackle old people in the street. That's a record for this administration. I'm so tired of just scrolling along and seeing videos of, like, elderly people being tackled by, like, ICE agents who look like they're 15 or 60. Like, it's all white dudes, first of all, and they're all extremely ugly, inside and out. And they love tackling elderly people. It's like, it seems to be like the only thing that ICE tests for before hiring people is, like, they put up a dummy of an elderly woman and they're like, I need you to body slam this ancient lady. And then they do that. And if you can't accurately break enough hips, then they don't hire you. And then they hire you anyway because they just need bodies. So glad I don't use any of these feeds anymore. Yeah, like, it's really unfortunate that we're just getting all these videos just, like, pushed in front of your face, and that's just really not great. But half the time it's also just, like, the news. Like, you go and look at the headlines, it's just like, ICE body slammed another 78-year-old. Like, cool, great. That's not good. We've got a whole bunch of followers over on Twitch. I want to call out a few, and also subscribes, because I'm just so freaking bad at keeping on top of all of this. So I'm gonna call out some of those. Brackus Rex, thank you for the sub. That was 5 days ago. Never mind. Fuck you. No, I didn't mean that, Brackus. You're the best, but also 5 days ago. Come on now. Deepwater, 12 months. Thank you for the sub. 6 months from Names Bond. London Faye resubbed, says something, we're in the wrong timeline.
Hello.
We got follows by Sever Reality. Oh, Killer. Shut up. I already got you before. Where was I supposed to be scrolled to? There it is. Dr. Necrotech, thank you for the sub. Craxer Adam. Skrulai, welcome in. Subtle Breakdown, welcome in. Ryak Reigns, OMG, it's Dragonflies, welcome in. Remind me to change this later. Thank you for the follow. Wisdom Eel. Yeah, by the way, change that. Welcome in. Snow Sahagan? Mukad Kadzan. Now I'm just saying sounds. Tiki Room Bunnies. The bunnies are still here. My goodness. Bobito Bofems, J Pulse 2, and Zurian. Thank you all so much for the follows. What's up? This 87-year-old person. Yeah, there was that guy who was like a shop owner, and he's like 78, and like ICE barged into his store, claiming that he had illegal people working for him. And he went to go try to explain to them that they all have their paperwork
subscriptions that you just gifted. So
I've got a lot of dice on my face.
The person who's
anyway,
on the screen
ICE body slammed him. They were like, "Fuck you," and body slammed him.
Thank you.
78-year-old guy, broken ribs. They held him. They held him in a holding cell for 12 hours before he could go to the hospital with multiple broken ribs as a 78-year-old man with a heart condition. So. Well done for all that American exceptionalism. I guess the exception is treating the elderly with dignity. We got 10 gifted subs from Milo and 3 gifted subs from Valorant. Thank you so much. And congrats to everybody who got it. Wait, Valorant the game. Like Valorant the video game apparently is running a thing. I guess they're doing a promotion where if you donate subs, then they also gift subs. So thanks Valorant the game for the gifted subs, and Milo, but mostly Valorant. I was just looking at settings for gifts and I just got a free one. Thank you, Milo. Yeah, everybody who got those gifts, enjoy them. Enjoy the no ads, enjoy the emojis, all that good stuff. That's all over on Twitch. Apologies for the folks who are watching on YouTube. I'm actively working on getting like the YouTube version of like subscriptions and interactions and engagement stuff working. This is the first time I've streamed this stream to YouTube. So this is sort of an experiment day, but I'm thrilled that y'all are here. And I am looking forward to like streaming more for you and doing more stuff. I will be adding in functionality for you to play like the dice game and like, you know, have some stuff show up over here and whatnot. It's going to take a little bit of time for me to build that. Again, this is all a custom setup. So it's just, you know, is what it is. In the meantime, I can still see you. For example, I can see you. I see everything. I can see that Lowly Worm said the gifted subs are only on Twitch. And I can see that Ninja said, I'm going to make D&D maps. You can't hide from me. You can't hide from me. Where you think you're hiding? That ain't working.
Hello. Hello.
Can't hide over, especially can't hide over here, says Jack-o'-lantern. You can't hide from me. You can't hide from me. Okay, let's see. Christopher Lee says, Endeavorance, what are your thoughts on the new NSPM 7 terrorism indicators basically labeling all of us? I haven't actually read them. NSPM terror. Sorry. It's this one, right? This thing. Democrat shutdown in their own words. It's a Democrat shutdown. Y'all seen DHS? .gov. Oh, wait. No, not DHS. Is it HUD? Someone, yeah. This is housing and urban development, like .gov. The radical left in Congress shut down and a pop-up. The radical left in Congress shut down the government. HUD will use available resources to help Americans in need. Y'all. First of all, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, first of all, the fact that you're able to put this on the government website unimpeded is proof that you fully control the government. Second, who the fuck is an elected congressional representative that even remotely qualifies as radical left? And I know that it doesn't matter. I know that it's not about that. I know that it doesn't like them saying radical left is just to try to stir up reason to be able to give them cause to go after people. It's not working anymore. It didn't work before. It's insane now. It's pathological at this point. It's the same with the like wild hatred towards trans people. No one in America, including trans people, think about trans people as much as conservatives. No one wants to be hearing about it all. Trans people are fucking sick of hearing about trans issues. They just want to exist.
Going up.
And so like I cannot imagine that the average American could possibly see yet another screaming conservative saying radical left agenda, screaming person yelling about gender and pronouns and trans ideology or whatever. They're so far gone. It's like yesterday Hegseth had that thing where he addressed hundreds of the top brass of the military and tried to give this speech about how like the US military has to be the most lethal fighting force and we can't have fat generals or whatever. And the entire room was just looking at him like he's a fucking idiot, because he is, but also because the man was trying to tell a room full of seasoned, lifelong, intelligent military generals how they're supposed to do their job based on his perception of reality, which is based in too much cocaine and conspiracy theories on the internet. And so all the generals are like, okay, I'm going to go back to like sustaining critical logistics situations. And he's like, you got to shave your beard and be lethal. And they're like, my dude, like my job is to prevent nuclear warfare. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, the question was, how do I feel about basically everybody being labeled as a terrorist? This is not the first time that this has happened, right? Like I believe, what was it? Eat the rich. Like certain phrases have already been added to like the FBI's like radical extremism list or whatever. And they've been trying to label the left and Antifa as whatever criminals that they can go after for a long time. The reality is this: they're going to do what they want to do because obviously no one is stopping them. They are going to try to come up with an amorphous label that they can apply to anyone, and they are successfully doing that to some degree already. But the things that they're going after are not crimes. And so like they are already really fucking struggling to make anything actually stick. And at the end of the day, unless they pull some shit like essentially trying to assert that they have the ultimate authority to just execute civilians, at which case we've got a much bigger problem on our hands than, oh no, the government is bad. They're gonna keep trying and they're gonna keep failing, and it's important to be aware, right? It's important to know that they're trying to do this. It's important to know why they're trying to do this, right? Like they're trying to label people as radical left so that they can have an excuse to send authorities after you, to jail dissidents, all that stuff. I would point to the recent indictment of James Comey. So like the FBI director, or former FBI director James Comey, was recently indicted by the Trump administration at the direction of Trump. Like Trump yelled at Pam Bondi to arrest this guy he doesn't like on the internet, like on Truth Social. He posted a thing being like, Pam Bondi, arrest the guy I don't like. So right after that, Pam Bondi dismisses a DA, a district, I think a DA? Essentially, Pam Bondi dismissed somebody who was standing in the way of actually doing that indictment, and instead installed someone who is incredibly unqualified, who 3 days after being put on the job was like, I have evidence that we should indict former FBI Director Comey. And the evidence is extremely thin. The person who was doing this, who was orchestrating it, reportedly stood on the wrong side of the courtroom when presenting the documents. That's how unqualified this person is. And it's already looking like Comey is going to just basically walk free because it's nothing. Like, there are flaws in the process of how they brought the charges, and there's flaws in the charges themselves. So like, he might not even have to deal with this. And that's kind of how they're going towards most people right now, is like the guy with who threw the sandwich at the agent in DC. There was that guy that threw the Subway sub at a DHS agent in Washington, DC. And they tried to charge him with felony assault. He threw a foot long at a guy wearing body armor. And they tried to charge him with federal assault. And it didn't stick because that's fucking stupid. Like no one's gonna do that. So he got hit with like misdemeanor or something, which is what it was. They're not as powerful as they think they are. And the only way that they are powerful is if they continue to do things that they're not allowed to do and nobody stops them, which of course they're going to continue to do. But what I'm getting to is one of the main things that they want to go after. They keep talking about wanting to go after who's funding Antifa, which isn't a thing, right? Antifa is not a thing that's being funded. Antifa is not an organization, it's a concept. And like, that doesn't matter. They don't care. That's irrelevant to them. But they want to try to use people who fund Antifa as the like sort of blanket for what they're going after. I read that as Act Blue. So the right hates Act Blue. This is one of those things that most people don't ever think about outside of far right circles. But within far right circles, they think that Act Blue is like a conspiracy, is like a way for, I guess, Jews to funnel money into whatever. To them, they think it's a dark money thing. Act Blue, for those who are not aware, is GoFundMe for progressive campaigns. Like, it is a campaign fundraising website. That it's a donation website for political campaigns. It is just aligned with the Democrats, and they don't want that because it's an avenue for people to donate to the Dems. So they're using this as an example. They're saying, we want to go after the people who are funding the radical left. They're saying that they want to go after the companies that are funding the radical left. What that, to me, that just reads as, we want to go after companies who are doing campaign finance stuff. Because what they're signaling to their base is, we're going to go after the people that we've told you exist who are paying protesters, even though those people don't actually exist. What they're doing, what they're actually doing is using that as cover to go after campaign finance fronts, I guess you can call it, like campaign finance channels for the Democrats. Like, that is what they're going with. I don't like it equals terrorism. Yeah, essentially, yeah. They don't understand that Act Blue is literally like, there are equivalents for Act Blue on the right, but that doesn't matter. Let's see. Sarah Bear says, I no longer have pronouns. Please do not refer to me. I'm sorry, Sarah Bear. I will continue to refer to you. That's on you. That's on you. Thought crime, says Lovely Worm. Yeah, they want to get there. It's super transparent, right? Like, they want to establish a white Christian ethno state, and we understand this, and they won't just say that. Like, they're gonna just keep claiming that they just want something that, and then they would just describe a white Christian ethno state, but they would never admit that that's actually just what they want. So it's just, it's unpopular. It's why they won't say it. It doesn't make sense. They want to go after like these abstract concepts, but the people that they actually functionally will go after are registered nonprofits that have like records and are just normal corporations. And like, individuals that I guess they're going to try to claim are terrorists for being at certain protests, which is protected free speech, which doesn't mean that they can't go after you. Like, because it's free speech doesn't mean that this government won't touch you. They don't care. But it's incredibly unpopular. Like, even when they, just for a moment, the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing, there were people on the right who were celebrating because they just don't like Jimmy Kimmel, and like, I can't blame them for that. But there were also, there was a fracture. Like, there was a coalition on the right that was like, this doesn't feel good. This is crushing free speech. Like, yes, it's free speech that I don't like, but it is crushing free speech. There is a line. Like, every line that they cross, every time they cross another one of those lines, they lose people. There's the line of building concentration camps. There's the line of tackling 78-year-olds and saying that that's good police work. There's the line of shutting the government down and throwing your hands in the air and trying to blame the Democrats when you are fully in control. There's the line of going after like legally protected free speech. There's a line that's going to be deploying more military into more places that people are like, wait, I actually feel like this is kind of not ignorable anymore. Like, there are lines. People will chip off. There will always be that core group that will never step away because it's a cult. But largely, they will, over time, continue to lose people. If Act Blue is bad, APAC is also bad, but they don't want to talk about that. I mean, yeah, no, it's not about making any sense, right? It's not about making logical connections. It's not about consistency ever. They aren't playing by those rules. They don't care. It's about saying what is expedient in the moment, and to hold them to a logical standard is to let them win, because you are automatically putting them on a playing field that gives them more advantage over yourself. Because if you are trying to call them out on inconsistencies, you're already playing into their hand, because inconsistencies are not a part of their game. They don't care. That is a honey trap. It's a honeypot for you. Hypocrisy is a feature, not a bug. Yeah, they want you to spend your time asking, how can they do this? Why is nobody stopping them? And, you know, how can they do this when they otherwise say XYZ? And the answer is, how can they do this? By doing it. Why isn't anyone stopping them? Because the only people who could stop them are on their side. And how can they do that when they said something contradictory? It doesn't matter. Contradictions aren't the point. It's not about morals or guiding principles or consistency. It's about victory. It's about establishing what they want. And they get a pass on all of it as long as they continue to do the things that lend towards building what they want, which is the white Christian ethno-state, which is why you're constantly seeing people saying, like, I voted for this. Like, whenever something horrific happens, they're like, yes, this is great. Like, you're seeing that because those people are busted. And they want that cruelty. You know, the cruelty is the point, that whole thing. But they're going to look the other way and give a pass as long as these people are as belligerent and aggressive towards their perceived enemies as possible. They'll deal with the fallout as long as they're getting what feels like retribution to them. I've said before, it's like sitting in a boat and bailing out water, and they're sitting there and pointing and laughing at you, not realizing that they're on the same fucking boat. And so it's like, I'm over here trying to do something about this, and I'm getting laughed at. They're letting themselves and their boundaries get broken, and it's honestly sad, says Sandberger. What do you mean by that? I'm curious what you mean by that. They're letting themselves and their boundaries get broken. Eagle Clause 8 says, you want someone to do something for you. That's the problem here.
Hello.
I mean, no. I'm assuming that you're talking about, like, putting a small piece of metal into a relatively fleshy location on a specific person. That's not necessarily what I am talking about. I said before in my Charlie Kirk video, I said that I don't think that high profile assassinations are like the right way to go about this. That I explained more of that in that video. Bluestone DE says, I'm here now. Yay. Well, welcome. Welcome over to the Twitch side. And thank you for the follow. And thank you, Mustache Boyo, for the follow. Matthew says, I don't even own a boat. That's the problem. We should all get a boat.
Hello.
Let's get a boat. Boat for sale. All right. Boats for sale in California? Sure. Let's see. We're going to get boats in California. Reject the cookies. What are we doing here? I want... Okay, condition. Length. No less than 90 feet. Year. It's got to be new. I want USB-C. When did USB-C come out? When did USB-C become standard? It was like the mid 2010s, right? 2016. It supersedes all USB connectors deemed legacy in 2014. Supersedes. Okay. Okay. In 2016, it was adopted as a standard.
Wait,
so we'll say no older than 2016. Okay. Year 2016. Okay. Because that way it's going to have USB-C ports. That's important. That doesn't look like it's 90 feet, guys. Hello? Okay. Boat type. Mega yacht. And motor yacht. I'll take a pontoon boat. That's fine. That's fine. But that's as far as I'm going. Fuel type. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Okay, what do we got here? Let's open up a few options. Oh. That one's available soon. All right. Okay. So for a cool $173,875, I could have this one. It's got motors. It's got a wheel. It's got seats. But it's not quite what I'm looking for. I couldn't take all of you with me on it, which is a problem. So let's move on and look at some other options here. Excuse me. Okay. We can request a price. Okay. Does everybody please like just dig around in your pockets? If you could like let me know how much money you've got. Like if everybody could just like reach into your pocket, let me know. We'll figure out what kind of a price offer we can make for this one. Looking good. Seems good. What do we got here? All right. That's going to get wet when it rains. Hopefully it's fairly waterproof. Ooh. Oh, we got 3 beds. Look at all these tiers. There's so many tiers. We got a top tier, a not top tier, a mid tier, and then the shit tier. God damn. Whoa. It's so fancy. There's so many curves. I don't see a single angle. Everything is curved. It's so organic. Okay. Wow. Look at those curves. God damn. That's a sexy boat. Okay. We'll keep that one on the short list. What do we got here? This looks like a boat. Like this one. Look at this control room. Oh, that's a little musty. Y'all see that? That's a little... It looks a little musty. Can you smell this? I can smell this picture. It smells like there's definitely faint cigarette smoke. And like outdated cologne. I don't like it. If there's no helipad, I'm out. Does it say no helipad? It doesn't. Features. Nope. Nope. Fuck it. No helipad. I'm out. Okay. So it looks like it looks like we're gonna get this guy. Okay. So who wants to be the captain and who wants to be the who wants to be the driver person, the boat driver, the engineer? Who wants to choo choo? Got Care Bear Travel Mug says I can be the cook. Just Soul Restore says dibs on first mate. Poor Boy Soul says can I walk the plank? Yeah, absolutely. Oh my god, we gotta walk the plank. Wisteria Loves Tea says I want to be chef, please. Okay, well we can all be chef. Can I be navigator?
Hello.
Cool. I'm glad that we're putting together our crew because this is important. We're gonna need to be able to take to the seas very soon. You know how it goes. Sometimes you just gotta take to the seas. We need a flag. We can make a flag. We can make a flag.
Hello.
All right, we're making a flag. Flag of the vessel. All right, what goes on our flag? Let me get some suggestions for what goes on the flag. Have you been seeing what they've been doing to boats? Yo, yeah, all the orcas sinking ships. That's gonna be us. That's gonna be us. Can someone explain what's going on? Says accidentally intelligent. So currently I'm designing a flag for our boat. Does that help? Purple flag. Okay. So that's put a monster truck on it. Monster truck. Put an orca on it so that they know that we're on their side. Okay, orca. Maybe an orca in the back of a monster truck? Yeah, like getting sort of like taking a ride on the monster truck.
Hello.
Sort of like that, and then that goes on the flag. This seems like a really solid start, honestly. Can we have a rainbow?
Amazing.
Okay. Let's add that to the tapestry you've got going on here. This is somehow actually making me feel better. Good. Flynn driving the truck. I'm pretty sure. Do I have a Flynn? I do. Good. All right. Perfect. This is really good. Okay. See, this is why you come to the stream. This is what you're here for. You know? It's for this kind of quality content. Perfect. Okay, and then do a little bit of that. Are we feeling good? Got to include the crowbar? What crowbar? No idea what you're talking about. Put a water jet on each wheel so that we can be in the water. We are a boat after all. That's a really good point. Water jet. Nope. Jet ski. Yeah, so that's important. It's important because like if we didn't have this, then how could we go in the water? So it's a monster truck, but for wheels, it's jet skis. Which allows for hybrid experiences. Give Flynn a microphone? Oh, like yeah, he does. It does look like he's dropping some fucking hot bars right here. Let's see, microphone. Oh, that's a big microphone. There we go. So, I mean, arm the orca. Literally a gun. It's a very good thing I'm not streaming on TikTok, because I'd be banned for this. How does an orca hold a gun? On its fin? Gun fin? Orca has gun fin? Orca has gun fin. For sure. Okay. Sunglasses on the flag? Blowhole activated trigger. Strapped to the fin, definitely. Well then let me get some rope. I need like a rope that ties it to the fin, you know? So like coiled rope. Knot? Oh dear. That's a big knot, and that's what they said at the, I don't know, furry joke somewhere in there. All right. There we go. Tie that to the fin. Okay. So now I need, what did I need? Sunglasses? The gun is shooting the rainbow. I demand a crow. What about a raven? Do you want a crow or a raven? This is gonna be rad. Look at that. Damn. Sort of, that's classy. That's classy as hell. Oh, that's classy as hell. All of this on one side and then just the crow. Just the crow on the other side. Sunglasses on the flag. That's what it was. Okay, sunglasses. Oh, wait.
Peace, starlings, for an elder is among us.
So there you go. I think that's pretty good. This is the flag. This is the official
Praise
flag of the what's the name of the ship? We got to name our boat.
amazing.
Saint of the floating vessel boat. The USS US. Saint Endeavorance. Oh, that's also very good. Endeavor ship, that's very good. Of the the Transit Authority. How about that?
Father, help!
Our
Hello.
official organization is the Transit Authority, and what we're doing is with on every ship that is flagged under our name is we're going around and we're transing it. We take whatever it is and we transit we also do transit, like locomotion, but that's secondary to the cause. So that was really good. I'll put that on a merch or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. That'll be fun. I think I can make actual flags for the merch store. We'll see. We'll see. That'll be good. That'll be good. I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna boot up Stardew Valley? Am I gonna play some Stardew Valley while we continue to yap for a little while here? Is there anything that I want to talk about before I do that? So our colors are white, blue, and pink? Yes. Yes. Nitro Nick said, did you talk about EA getting bought by Saudi Arabia? I covered that in Monday's Stuff Keeps Happening. I'll say a quick thing about that, though. So, like, EA getting bought by a private equity fund that's, like, led by Jared Kushner, Saudi Arabia, and Silver Lake is probably the most normal news story I've talked about in a while. Like, it tracks. Those are three entities that suck buying an entity that sucks. And you know what? All of it sucks. That's kind of all I got to say about that. Let's put on some jangly vibes while we get set up from here. I just want to take a quick look at the old what's going on before we switch over to Stardew Valley and ignore the world for a little while. I will say, so I want to just call out stuff here. I use the Associated Press a lot for sources and Stuff Keeps Happening, for just keeping on top of what's going on. Yesterday, they published an article about the shutdown, and the headline was so dumb. The headline of the article about the government shutdown was, Democrats vote down GOP bill to keep government open. Like, it framed it as though the GOP is working in good faith and got an owie wowie because the Democrats voted against the bill. The Democrats are doing themselves no favors right now with messaging in general, but that is not okay. They eventually updated the headline because they were getting a lot of flack about it. But, like, remember that even sources that you feel you can trust will fuck up and have bad framing of shit. And it's important to know how you expect to read about something and know when it's being presented in a way that feels like it's guiding your hand towards a certain conclusion. That doesn't mean that you have to, like, abandon that source, never trust anything from them ever. But it's a reminder that with every source, myself included, you need to know what their angle is. You need to know how to interpret what they're saying and how it relates to you, and not just say, well, I feel I can fully trust this and every interpretation they have. I'm going to fuck up too. I'm a human, but I'm also not the Associated Press. I was a little disappointed in that. Let's see. Government shutdown. Democrats insist upon healthcare demands as government shutdown begins. The U.S. is confronting a fresh cycle of uncertainty. A fresh cycle of uncertainty. That's the entire summary of everything going on in this country. Trump and Congress failed to strike an agreement to keep the government programs and services running. Already got a new update. Government funding bill poised to fail. Republicans, that bill that would reopen the government, looks like it's going to fail again in the Senate. It would need at least 60 votes to advance, but over 40 Democrats have already voted against it. While senators can change the bill while the vote is open, so far there's no movement on the bill. The only members of the Democratic caucus who voted for the bill are the same from Tuesday night, which I think is Fetterman and someone else. Yeah, so it's closed. No movement so far. If you didn't see, like Trump, after meeting with Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer, who, granted, making fun of those two is fair game. after meeting with them, he posted an AI generated racist video about them, like Trump, Jeffries, AI video, like after they left the White House. I want to find a place that's not going to be the worst.
There's no way to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Democrats anymore. We have no voters left because of all of our woke trans bullshit. Not even black people want to vote for us anymore. Even Latinos hate us. So we need new voters.
Like, there's a part of me that does find humor in what they were trying to do here. Like, I get in their mind why they find this funny. I am not personally offended by this because I'm not subject to any of it, but it's fucking unhinged. This was posted by the president of the United States after they had left this was right after they had walked into the White House to discuss trying to keep the government open. They walk out and he posts this. It's overtly racist. It's also just crazy. Like, that's not how any well-adjusted adult should act, let alone the leader of a country who's trying to negotiate the continued funding of people's ability to live in this place, you know? Seems a bit fucked. Anyway. Trump administration puts on hold $18 billion in funding for New York City infrastructure projects. Trump said Wednesday that it was putting on hold an $18 billion fund for new rail tunnel beneath the Hudson River. This is another unfortunate casualty of the radical Democrats' reckless decision to hold the federal government hostage and give illegal immigrants benefits, which is not what they're doing and not a thing that happens. And also, it's not a casualty. You're doing this. It's not like a oops collateral damage. That's I've made a decision to do something negative to hurt you, and that's your fault. It doesn't work. That doesn't land. Anyway, I think it's time for some Stardew Valley. What do y'all think? Should we Stardew some valleys? Tombcheck says, I just got here. What is going on? I'm Mexican, by the way. Apologies. Yeah, it's an AI-generated video of the leaders of the Democratic Party that Trump posted after refusing to negotiate with them to keep the government open. Little fucked. Little wacky. Little weird. Kind of up there with, like, he also recently reposted that AI-generated video about med beds, which are, again, like, a thing that is one of those things that is known on the far right that most normal people have never heard of. But there is a conspiracy theory on the far right about a magical healing bed technology called med beds that have been available to them, you know, the powers that be, and they're keeping it all from us. And Trump reposted an AI-generated video that was a fake news report of him talking about how they're rolling out new hospitals that will provide free medbed healthcare to everybody. And it's like, that is completely not real. Like, it was a fake news report about a fake thing, and he retweeted it. And so, like, either he thought that was real, and he was like, wow, I did great here, and reposted it, or he knew it wasn't, and reposted it anyway, which is crazy. Because it's a complete fantasy. But it's, again, all of this is to just play into their base. They're trying to keep their crazy cult, like, attached. Lowly Worm says, I consider myself to be up on what the right wingers are about, but I've never heard of a med bed. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, there are so many things that are huge on the right that like people who are just paying taxes and trying to get through the day have no idea are even happening. Like the whole thing, I said this a couple of streams ago, the whole thing with dismantling the Department of Education. No one outside of far right circles were like even aware that they were that mad about the Department of Education. Of course, they've been going after the Department of Education for a while, but completely removing it, just shutting it down entirely, getting rid of US aid, none of this was a thing until like they were like, oh, we need to make good on some of our conspiracy theories. The medbed thing is insane. It truly, truly is. Yo, 220s in a row? Hell yeah. Okay. I'm gonna actually play Stardew Valley now. Let me get my stuff like switched to do that. Stardew Valley. Okay. Open up Steam. Let's get lost in the valley, please. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I mean, I'm still gonna be yapping, but Lowly Worm says, I'm chronically online and listen to many leftist watchdogs, and I knew about the DOE and USAID, but medbeds, da fuck? Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like they just have things that are so deep into their conspiracy rabbit hole that you need like 7 layers of understanding other parts of the conspiracy before you can even get to it. All right, launch. What mods are you running? None. None of them. And that's on me. That's on me, really. Okay. This is exactly the time that we need a vote of no confidence like Canada and the UK have, says Lex over on Twitch. Yeah, I agree. Like I said earlier that like in a normal country, in a normal functioning country, the current government would be ejected for not being able to keep the government open. Like it's wild that we're just supposed to sit here and wait until the same people who couldn't agree on how to keep the government open come up with a way to agree on how to keep the government open. Like, we're just stuck. Dev. I'm gathering data on the correlation between soil alkalinity and crop fructose levels. Long story short, I need a fresh melon from your farm. If you brought me one, I'd be very grateful. Demetrius. Thank you for your intelligent attitude. Keep it up. Oh, thank you. Thank you so very much. That's very, very kind. I never know if my attitude is off-putting or helpful, but I'm glad that it seems mostly helpful. Touching virtual grass. I got a cute little farm. Yeah, I got a cute little farm going on. I'm really just kind of... This game has been really good for kind of giving me a thing to smooth brain while otherwise yapping. So, like, I'm not really trying hard. I'm just sort of, like, going through the motions of playing the game. But it does mean I get to hug chickens, and that's what's important in life. Give me your eggs. Give me... My inventory is full. Oh, no. Send him the melon. Yo, give him the melon. I've got a tomato. All right. I'm running around with a tomato because I don't remember what I was doing. Monsty stuff, skilling, gifts, materials. That makes this okay, this is the stuff to be processed. Put all that away. I need more jam jars. I need jam jars. Nitro Nick 9000 says, "Hey Dev, how do you stay looking fresh?" sorrow, mostly. I don't know. Am I fresh? News to me. Mayo. Never noticed the carpet before. Love it. Thank you. Yeah, there was a, so the rug is a another thing that was a stream reward way back in the day. Hi, Stuart. We did like a rug tournament where chat, we went and looked at a whole bunch of rugs and did a vote, like a tournament style vote on what rug to get. And this is the one that we landed on. And I'm very happy with it. Gotta say. It is quite cool. Any thoughts on the new skate game? No flatland equals me no buy. I haven't actually played. Oh, my fence is broken. I gotta fix my fence. I haven't played the new one. I saw that they added the lower atmosphere for if you go high enough out of the world that you end up hitting the lower atmosphere, which is like, that's fun. I can dig it. But I haven't really seen much else about it. So I can't say for absolute certain. Yo, look at that cat. Meow. All right, get this. King Percival's bowl. I forgot the cat's name is King Percival. All right. Deploy the mayonnaise. Do I have melons? Am I even growing melons? Do I have time to grow melons? I have a melon. Okay, I have a melon. Let's give the boy a melon. No, let's check the cows. And give him hugs. I'm gonna have to, gotta go fix my fence. It's fucked up. It's finally spooky month? That's true, I guess, huh? It's October. That's fucked up. I don't like that. I don't like, I don't, ooh. But I do like October. It's a good month. It's a good one. Of all the months, it's not bad. All right, let's go give the boy a melon. You want to get your hands on these melons. How are we on October? It's been such a fast and slow year at the same time. I am feeling whiplashed. Have you played Grounded 2 at all? I'm not familiar with Grounded 2. I'm not familiar with Grounded 1, actually. Is it like a simulator where you stay in your room and you're not allowed to leave? Or you have to like sneak out of your room? Where's Demetrius? Where are you at? I have a melon for you. Here. Good, you're in the kitchen. Perfect. This is perfect! I don't even remember what voice I did for him. This is perfect! This is just what I need for my research. It's going to be hard not to eat it, thanks a bunch. Can I afford anything? Upgrade house? I don't have enough wood. She was unimpressed with my wood, and that's just unfortunate. And I'm used to it, but, you know. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the game. What does that even mean? You shrunk your kids and so now you gotta like undo that before Child Protective Services shows up? I need an amethyst to rub on my sore knee. These people have problems, and the problem is they want to rub an amethyst on their knee. Is that accurate? Okay, people who do crystals. Is rubbing an amethyst on your knee a way to fix it? Is that a thing in the world of crystals? I don't know shit about fuck with regards to crystals, so. Make iron. Okay. Put away materials. All that away. Okay. Monsty stuff. Go away. Go away. Go away. Materials. This seems like materials. Is bomb a material? Is aquamarine a material? Oh, I already have an amethyst. How useful. Summer squash seeds. Doing it. God, my squash is going to be so summer. What's up? Okay. Very good. Jody wants an amethyst. God, I'm just freaking chore boy today. Do you sort your moss by color or taste? I prefer texture. I prefer, because there's some of the mosses are like fuzzy. Some of them are like twirly. Some of them are just goopy. I'm not a huge fan of the goopy moss. But the fuzzy moss, it's top dog. That's not where Jody lives. Where is Jody? I'm breaking your house. Texture is good. Hi, Jody. Here's a crystal. Oh, so you saw the bulletin I posted. Thanks so much. Here's your payment. You should be able to hook up with Jody before her husband gets back from the war, just for more realism. That's all I'm saying. I like my games to be as realistic as possible. I need to go donate this aquamarine. I like crystals. They're pretty. There's one I pick up that seems to suck out bad mood like a Hoover, but it wasn't amethyst. Well, can it suck out bad knees? Maybe it sucks out bad knees. Take this. Mimi says, dang, I actually want to sit and participate in this chat. It's a nice calm vibe here. Well, good. I'm glad. That's kind of like the vibe we work to curate here in this here community. It's just sort of like yapping. Typically, for those who are like new to the stream, typically it's, you know, I start, we give the dog a treat. That's important. Yap for a while, catch up on any kind of like major goings-ons around the world, and then either do something fun and silly or play a game while continuing to yap. Like it's literally just let's hang, let's try to like have some time to not just constantly rip our hair out. I did that too much and now I'm bald, so you know. This is the first time here and I feel very invited. That's good, because I feel very bad about the fact that YouTube doesn't have like the integration into the actual overlay itself, but as long as fuck. God damn it. Now it's too late. Anyway, as long as people are having a good time, I'm happy. Oh, my cat's sleeping in the field. More iron, please. I really want sprinklies. Like, I just need sprinklers that are not trash. Oh, wait, I can do more than that. But for that, I need gold. Which means I need to go into the mine, which I am not currently doing. Oh, whoops. Next time I'll be sure to access via Twitch. I'm working on making it so that YouTube will have the same integrations that Twitch has. So like, do whatever you want to do. If you're watching on YouTube, I want you to know, like, I'm going to be like continuing to invest in making the YouTube stream work the same as the Twitch stream, as well as the Owncast stream, which apparently is like kind of fucky, but that's okay. I just want to make sure that people can watch from wherever they feel comfortable. I'm gonna fish. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fish because it's too late to start mining. Farmer gets crushed by giant dice. Community is in remiss. Ooh, I got a book. My best friend wants to divorce Robin and Demetrius because she wants to marry Robin and live out her gay fantasies. So Robin is, I mean, Robin's hot. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. The problem is that Demetrius is also hot. They kind of deserve each other. That whole family is hot. I can tell because of the pixels. Twitch mobile app sucks so much. Yeah, like I have no. I've been streaming on Twitch up until now because Twitch I find is among the easiest. YouTube is a little wacky when it comes to streaming. It's just like more involved. Twitch is just you're either streaming or you're not streaming. YouTube is just a little bit more weird, and also YouTube's integrations are a lot less readily good. So I've mostly just been streaming to Twitch just because of that, but I've been wanting to stream elsewhere because I don't have like platform loyalty to Twitch. I'm not a Twitch partner. I'm not really going for that because I don't want to restrict what I'm allowed to do with my stream. So like, ideally, wherever you want to tune in from is a quality viewer experience. You should play modded. Stardew lets you wreck those homes, or wreck all these homes. Oh, Tardu lets you wreck all these homes. That sounds fun. I think the only mods I would probably get right now would be like the tractor, and I like the one that automates taking stuff in and out of boxes for you, like automates processing stuff. That's always nice. Ah! Blue Friend says, my boyfriend just looked at my phone and asked, is that Crowbar guy? I thought it was funny. Respond with, what crowbar? Zirin says, I tend to swear blood/soul oaths to the online platforms I use. Definitely brings some negatives as far as migrating. I understand. Blood oaths are important to have, and you got to be thoughtful with where you put them. But once you got them out there, it's a blood oath. You don't want no blood curse. We're going shopping right now. I'm living my Stardew Valley plays vicariously through you. Good. Good. One of my favorites is Visible Fish. It animates all available fish in the bodies of water. That's awesome. That's nice. That sounds good, because I don't know when fish are ever, or where, or why, or how. I guess the how is evolution, but you know what I mean. Ooh. Nope. Nope. There we go. Took 3 tries, but we got it. Wisteria Loves Tea says, I only swear blood oaths to my hot pot. Cannot blame you there. I posted about this on socials last night. I ordered my usual gyro platter. I gotta be clear. It wasn't a gyro, it was a gyro platter. Which is, it's just deconstructed gyro. Served on top of a big pile of fries. So got myself a gyro platter. They gave me like double the standard gyro meat. Like they went hard, like old school Chipotle double meat scale. Like it was a lot. I was thrilled. I was very happy. My blood was very thick afterwards. But I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Take my halibut. There's a chewy little guy in there. And the clam description says there's a chewy little guy in there. That's adorable. I've never read that before. I need to sell that club. I don't want it. Is this my miscellaneous bullshit? Yeah. This is my miscellaneous bullshit box. Alright, use up the rest of my energy, I guess, on trees? Cut some trees? Convincing me to get a gyro after work? It's always a good idea. God, when is getting a gyro not a good idea? Bonus food is always the best. Meat sweats. So I hosted a little game night recently with some friends. And like a board game night. And no, I'm good. For food, instead of the classic like pizza, I went and ordered a bunch of barbecue. So like I live kind of near a shockingly good barbecue place for the region that I am in, and I went in just like kind of like, you know, ordered a bunch of meat ahead of time, a bunch of like meat and sides, and you know, people show up, sort of like a make your own plate of barbecue kind of vibe. Really good, but I over ordered because of course I did, and was left with just like a shitload of just barbecued meats in my fridge. So I've been basically just eating leftover pulled pork and brisket for like several days now. And I think I've turned into more grease than human at this point. I'm not sure if I can go back. So it's been good. It's been nice while it lasted. But I am just a grease boy. I'm just a fucking dirty, nasty little grease boy. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's disappointing to you. Beef. All right, fix my fence, because my chickens deserve better. Anyway, I the other morning, I was like, oh, I'll use some of the like leftover brisket or something and make like a omelet, maybe like a brisket omelet. That sounds really good. And then instead I had a full pulled pork sandwich for breakfast. I don't recommend it. I don't, it sounds really good. And if you want to like experience something new, go for it. I generally don't recommend eating a large pulled pork sandwich and nothing else for breakfast. Greasy man. Oh, my cat's asleep in the bed. Y'all like my cuck chair? Like, I felt like this room was missing something, so. Oop, the indigestion. I talked about this. An explosion was heard in the night. I don't remember what I was going to say before that. Something about cuck chairs. They hit the second tower. Is that sandwich revisiting you? Oh, yeah, indigestion. Yeah, I had like the worst heartburn of my life ever. A few weeks ago, thought I was going to die, like legitimately was trying to get to the hospital because I thought I was having a heart attack. It was bad. It was really bad. They hit the second silo. Surprise, it's actually Fallout. Ooh. Now that's an unfortunate location. Because that's an eyesore and I cannot mine it. I guess I know what I'm going to be upgrading next. Get that done today. Nice garden decor. There should be like a slim chance that the meteor just lands on your house and kills you and ends your save file. It's a good thing that I did not design this game. Welcome to my cozy game where there's always the looming threat of annihilation. All right, this fence is cooked. Like it's not good. Chaotic Good says, just got here and all I heard was something about cuck chairs. Look, I take no responsibility for the words that I say, okay? I am not responsible for what you might hear on my stream. I can't be responsible for that. Streamer is not on YouTube? Am I not on YouTube? Africa says I'm not on YouTube. Someone get me on YouTube.
Hey,
I should make a YouTube channel. Oh, I need to water my plants. Fuck. Shit. God damn it. I didn't do that yesterday, huh? He'd just be saying words. Very presidential take on words. I used to refer to Twitter as the presidential social network during Trump's first term. I now refer to Twitter as a hellhole, but you know. Oh, are we licking the paw? Are we licking the paw? Hold on. It's been a minute. I need to go snuggle the dog real quick. One sec. Problem solved. Gotta love on the dog. Gotta make sure he gets his love. Was the really bad indigestion gallbladder? Because it felt like a heart attack for me. I mean, maybe. I haven't had any like continued issues. I didn't have any like ruptures or whatever. I'm pretty sure that it was just like it was after I had Szechuan, right? And like I eat Chinese food, Szechuan food all the time, right? I'm not the kind of person that's like, oh, I can take, like, I can handle so much spice. Like, I don't brag about like being able to handle spice or whatever. I don't care. But I just like Szechuan food, and I accept that sometimes that means spicy and sometimes that means very spicy. I must have accidentally eaten a peppercorn or something. I don't know. It was a dish that I've gotten, I don't know, a dozen times before, and nothing out of the ordinary. But then that night I go and lay down and I started to die, and it was really bad. And it just got worse and worse and worse over the night. And for like several days afterwards, I was like, it felt like somebody had poured acid through my digestive system. Like the entire inside of my body was burning. It was whack. Sometimes you realize how spicy it was the next day. I just don't know what caused all that. Okay, I want to get my pick upgraded. Yeah, I want to get my pick upgraded. I don't know what would have caused that. And otherwise, I'm going to collect a bunch of wood today so I can upgrade my house or build stuff. Nitro Nick says, I sometimes find ketchup spicy. Yes, I am an Ivory person. I've had spicy ketchup. I mean, it was specifically trying to be spicy ketchup, but... Pamcake says, I've had that happen. It's the worst. It's painful. It's painful. Hello, Remy. What's up? Reflux can be horrible for lasting burns. I know there are some people who have, what is it called? GERD, I think? It's called the GERD. The thing where it's like you just constantly have acid reflux. I'm pretty sure I don't have that. That sounds very upsetting. Ooh, I need to donate a thing. Receive my donations. There you go. Okay. Upgrade my shit. Thank you. Upgrade my pickaxe. My pickaxe. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to get a bunch of wood. Y'all are going to watch me work some wood on this here stream. Above board. Terms of service. Aristatico says, I got acid reflux during one of my pregnancies, and it was just about the worst. Always hungry when I eat, and my stomach acid... Always hungry, but when I eat, my stomach acid fills up my throat. I stumbled through that one, but goddamn, that does suck. I don't want to be pregnant. I don't want to be I don't want to be pregnant. It doesn't sound like something I want. But thankfully I don't have a uterus. So the chances are fairly low. Take my pot. I'm running around holding some pot. Please let me donate it to the museum. Donate. Oh wait, do I have rewards? Have I been ignoring the rewards? Starfruit seeds! Oh, but I can't even plant them. Because it's summer. Great news, Dev? Oh, good. Are you saying that you have good news? What? I'm excited regardless. Alright, let's get wood. GERD is the worst. GERD sounds like the worst. If someone told me that they had GERD, without knowing what it was, I'd be like, I'm so sorry for your loss. All right, I'm going to finish up this day, and then I'm probably going to close down the stream and get me some lunch. Get going on. Now that I know the cross-streaming to YouTube works well, I'll start working more on the getting the YouTube and Owncast stuff set up and functioning a little better, hopefully. And that'll be good. For those who are new to my stream, first of all, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Hope to see you in future streams again. I stream currently every Wednesday and Friday, starting at 11 a.m. US Eastern. I've been streaming mostly just to Twitch for years now. But I am going to, starting today, begin cross-streaming to YouTube as well. So keep a lookout. I'll try to figure out how to make streams on YouTube work the right way. I know you're supposed to you can schedule them. I'll look into that. I don't know. But yeah, I'll see about getting all the chat integrations and all that stuff working so that I can make sure y'all are heard with your GERD. The GERD herd. Oh my God. Oh man, if I was an acid reflux based content creator, I would refer to my audience as the GERD herd. Oh my God. I'm gonna pivot. I'm pivoting. I don't do current events. I don't do gaming. I just talk about acid reflux now. Gold bar. Starfruit. Brown couch. Retro catalog. I'll take a rare seed though. Just minor deforestation. Cuck couch. From when you have multiple people at once. A cuck love seat, if you will. My GERD feels so heard. Dev, would you like a sword? I mean, yeah. Yeah. Like what kind of sword are we talking though? Like a scimitar? So I played a lot of RuneScape back in the day. Like El Clasico, I played RuneScape from 2001 to 2008, I think. And I had a friend, more of a neighbor, who also played, who had the most interesting pronunciations for basically every word that he was introduced to by that game. And no hate. When you read a word and you've never heard it pronounced and you just do your best to try to figure it out, I'm never going to try to make you feel bad about having gotten the pronunciation wrong, because I get pronunciation wrongs plenty. He did refer to a scimitar as a scimitar, and he also did refer to rogues as Rajus. So one day he said that he got a new scimitar and he was gonna go grind the Rajus at the Raju camp. And I was like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Like, what are any of the words that you just said? I can't comprehend it. I don't know what just happened. You're talking to me about scimitars and Rajus, and I can't do it. Why do I have sweet peas in here? Oh well. Get sold. This goes in materials. Rare seed goes in my seed box. Nope. Nope. And the rest is random bullshit, I think. Ooh, my cook couch. Okay. Okay. Random bullshit? No. Okay, so I can donate the starfruit. Let's keep that. I'm selling these things. Sell. I want to put away my starfruit seed. Put that away. Oh, wait, nope. No! I hate this setup so much. Okay. Now I can put down my cuck couch. Oh no! It's like if you're in the cuck chair, someone can just sit and very intently watch you while you watch what's going on. It's like the classic, it's like the you know, the people sitting in the church with the guns back to each other's head, and then there's like the sniper also pointing. It's like that. But cuck chairs. Rogue is just a sneaky kaiju, or a Raju is just a sneaky kaiju, obviously. I should be a kaiju. I would destroy cities really well, I think. Donate this year starfruit. Painting within a painting within a painting. It's beautiful. Something to be cherished. I cannot wait to unlock the horse and coffee. In real life. Oh, wait, no. Up here, I think? Do you want star? Who wants star? Where's star go? Where I put star? Bulletin board? Oh, dye bundle? Starfruit can be used for dyes? That doesn't seem like a good use of... What is this? Helpers bundle? What is even a mystery box? And how do I get a prize ticket? What are these items? These are new to me. I haven't played Stardew Valley since like 1.3, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, I have no idea what those are. So I guess we'll learn together. All right, let's go sleep. Let's go get things shut down. Rune running? Oh, fuck yeah. 1.3, bro. So, like, I played a ton of this game when it first came out, right? And then I, like, burnt out on it. And then it got essentially 3 entire games worth of content updates. And I haven't played those. So, like, I'm discovering all the new stuff as I'm playing this, and it's been exciting, like discovering that there's like passives now and like book vendor or whatever. That's all new to me. I've literally never gone to the island. Like I haven't even done that. So all of that's new to me. I'll get to it eventually. It's basically a new game. Yeah, it's like, it's wild how much content has been put into this game. Just truly unbelievable. I see a cat back there. Okay, snooze. Okay. Exit. to the desktop. Well, thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Appreciate it. It's been a good one. Worked out well. I wasn't expecting it to be this smooth, but it has been pretty dang smooth. I'm gonna go get me some lunch. I'm gonna go take care of a handful of tasks, and I'll see y'all on Friday for the next stream on all 3 platforms. Let's see, plugs, I guess. Check out my Discord. If you're not there already, am I able to like cross chat to everything? Let's see. There's my Discord. You should do that. And then merch store. Why not? Merch from .dev. If you want merch, I've got merch at that website. Asked and answered. All right, I'm gonna head out. Thank you all so much for being here. This has been a great stream. I'm looking forward to continuing to like clean all this up so that we can all have a good time together, regardless of what platform that you're on. My name is Endeavorance. We'll talk again soon. Take care. Be well. Bye.